mission to fuck up the industry. Open these cages, these animals innocent. And you think that you can define all their rights with a pen and a paper and tell us it's ethical cause it's traditional. Shut the fuck up, it's conditioning. And fuck all the smalls, look I'm coming straight to the point. You know that they suffer a miserable life in the darkness, but you chop them up into pieces and wrap them in plastic to sell all their bodies in markets. All that you care is the profits, yeah that is disgusting. And not that I read all this shit on the internet, I've seen it all with my own eyes. Innocent babies are loaded on trucks and then shipped to the country they're destined to die in the slaughterhouse. You making money off body parts. Enough is enough. Your time is up, I'm exposing your lies on my Spotify. Fucking expose you. And they do not want you to know that they're gonna shred all the male chicks on the first day. Yeah, as soon as the headshot get thrown in the trash, they don't let eggs, so they cannot make any money off that. But what about dairy? Yeah, that must be different. I'm telling you, dairy's scary, cause babies are taken away from the mothers. Crazy that we fly to space, but gotta sit down and debate about billions of animals being enslaved, cause we wanna take what is theirs. Look, I don't need no fucking enemies. As long as this evil industry's operating, I don't need no enemies. I'm gonna fuck you up. We stand for the change. Here's one more. I don't give a damn what you think of me. I'm on a mission to fuck up the industry. Open these cages, these animals innocent. I'm sick of the bullshit that we are on top of the food chain. If that is the case, they gon' prove that. But you know that that is a battle and you're gonna lose that. Yeah, that is embarrassing. Tell me again how it's living. Let's live what you preach and you're praying for peace, but you're gonna forget about it when you go and sit down and feast on these pieces of meat. These animals, they do not care what you say, they care what you do. Your actions speak louder than words. Save the dolphins, save the dogs, save the cats. What the fuck, just save them all. Everybody claims they're an animal lover, but how can you love him when you are the one that is pressing the button? Yeah, you make him suffer when you buy these products of evil. But you do not need him cause you can live vegan. Now go onto Google and type in the minion. Go watch it and tell me again that these animals, they do not feel. We gonna make it all end. Stop the supply and demand. Stand for the change. Shout out to Joey and Ann.
Can you tell the public something that they may not know happens to animals behind closed doors?
Public don't know much about what happens to animals from behind closed doors, really. One thing that really shocked me when I first learned it is that every single male chick in the egg industry is literally sent through blades on the first day of life.
They're abused, beaten, castrated, put in little cells, put in cages, locks, whipped, have the teeth cut out.
They just think, oh, you know, it gets killed at the end of its life maybe, or, you know, it gets killed nicely. There's no nice way about it, man. They get killed as babies, they get killed in horrific ways, and it's got to stop, man.
They have their throats slit, they're gassed in gas chambers, macerated if they're chicks.
I think a lot of the public think like free range
Yeah.
humane and much better, and green grass, and you know the happy animals you see.
Yeah.
You know, their cages like that, but it's the complete opposite.
I mean, I'd say that most of what the general public know about animals is false, to be honest. We've all got this very idyllic view of what farming involves and where we think the animals are and what happens to them. But the whole thing is just a fabrication. It's all a lie. So it's hard to kind of name kind of one thing that people don't know. I think they don't know 99% of what happens. I mean, I've been into these farms, I've seen it firsthand, I've been to slaughterhouses. None of this stuff's humane, none of this stuff's done nicely. There's no such thing as a kind farm. You can't kindly kill someone and exploit someone. That just isn't the thing. So I think that would be my answer to that question. I think people generally don't know anything about anything, and I would advise everyone to really kind of take their blinders off and go out and see for themselves what's going on, and they'll probably have a different view.
What forms of activism are there that you know of, and what ones are you particularly do yourself?
Well, I've been online the last 2 years, podcasts and stuff, videos, content, stuff like that. I'm about to take to the streets, inspired by yourselves. Thank you. So yeah, I've got the mic ready, I'm hitting the streets. For people who are not outspoken and don't want to go out there, it's got to be stickers. I've seen a lot of stickers pop up lately, dotted around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just an easy way to do it, man. Especially in busy places. If people don't want to speak, just order some stickers and get them around, man. Spat them around, and I think that's a good way to do it. You know.
I think the first step is just having conversations with people. Learn the information so that you can be the animal's voice and speak up for them whenever you can, and just spread the truth, because there are forces that are trying to suppress that truth, and all we can really do is fight that by spreading truth.
The big thing for me is I've heard a lot of people, even you guys, talk about not originally having the confidence to speak to people, which is something that I think is a big thing for me. Is I have the information and I know what's going on, but for me it's daunting to confront people with that because of what you might be met with. But I think you should be able to like trust in what you know and believe in what you know, and people do want to hear, like when they know they are interested to know.
Comedy is a good way of making people think, I think. So I like going up to people, asking them nice couple questions, and then
You're right. I'm
asking in a nice way what the hell they're doing with their life. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
in a nice way, you know.
And does it really well and keeps the animal rights in focus the whole time. Really cleverly done.
So, I mean, there's endless things you can do as activism. You know, it can be as simple as wearing a t-shirt, using your art, going to outreach events, going to vigils, like getting involved in direct action, like anything you can think of can be activism. There isn't really one set thing. I always say to people, like, you know, work to your strengths, see what you are good at, and see how that can then be used to advocate for animals. I think that's the best thing, because not every type of activism suits every person. As far as what I do personally, I kind of do a bit of everything. So I'm a filmmaker, making a film about music and animal rights. I've been to vigils, I've done undercover investigation, outreach, kind of bit of kind of everything really. But I think, like I said, I think people just need to find out what their strengths are. Look at what you're already interested in, because that will keep you motivated as well with something you already like. Even if it's something weird, like, let's go really out there, like chess. Just say you love chess. How can you bring veganism into chess? You know, maybe you start a YouTube channel about chess and you're wearing your vegan t-shirt or something, and you can start interviewing people and bring it in there. Sounds a bit weird, but you're reaching a non-vegan audience, and that's what people are about this. So
Absolutely, I love that. I love that chess. I've never heard that before. Can I also ask you one last question?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel nervous or fearful when you do outreach? And what would your advice be to someone else who may have their own fears or anxiety behind doing outreach?
I did. I was really nervous. My bum was like that when I first started doing it. But once I've spoken to my first person in the street, it was lovely. Everyone was so nice and friendly. You might get the odd arsehole walk past, go, "Oh, bacon!" But you let them go. Let them go. You don't need them. They'll be dead within a week, won't they?
I would say find someone who's already doing activism, someone who's already active, because they probably felt nervous at first too. It can be scary at first to go outside your comfort zone and speak in public, but if you find someone who's been doing it for a long time, they're gonna help you out with that. They're gonna assure you and say it's okay, and really just take the plunge and just do it. Because what I found is that most of the time when you have these conversations, people are understanding. No one likes seeing animal cruelty, and at the end of the day, all you're doing is speaking up for animals, and people will understand that, and they're gonna most of the time understand why you're doing what you're doing. You're not judging them. You're actually trying to help them.
Yes.
Align their values with their actions, really.
Yeah.
But some people are lovely, and they just want that conversation. So just go up to them and go, "Hello, how are you? I love animals," and they always say, "Me too." And then you say, "Do you eat them?" Then and then they go, "Yes, I do." And then you say, "Well, you don't like them. You're an animal abuser."
Just go out and do it, man, because at the end of the day, you can't be ignored. It's evil, and even if you just change one person, man, do you know what I mean? If 10,000 people here today change one person, that is now 20,000 people. Do you know what I mean? So you know yourselves with the power of the internet, man. So just do anything.
totally, I think it's perfectly natural to be nervous. So even doing outreach, obviously you don't know what that person's going to say to you, how they're going to react to what you say, or anything like that. So those feelings are totally valid. What I would say to people is try and just remember that most people are generally nice. Like, especially when you're doing outreach, most people aren't going to attack you or anything. You're in public, you're around friends and people that will defend you if anything happened anyway. It's very rare it's going to happen. But put yourself in the animal's position and know that remember what they're going through and think, well, a little bit of discomfort to me and maybe speaking to someone is nothing in comparison to what those animals go through. So maybe that will just give you that little spark to be able to get out there and not worry about it too much. And be active for the animals.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Hug, bye.